Hello and welcome to another lesson from your Film Favourites book. This is going to be Zorro's theme, and it is the very last piece in this book. So congratulations for getting for getting this far and doing all the hard work that you've been doing over the last year or so. Cool. So today we'll go through a little bit of this wakelet. We'll listen to some of the music and we'll go through the music and hopefully help you learn your part so that when we join forces back in band that you can sound amazing. All right, here's our Zorro in his mask. He's got his sword and is ready for action, as am I. All right, let's just make that smaller. So it's originally a book. Who knew that films had good stories behind them? And Zorro is Spanish for fox. And the sly character that is Zorro getting in and out of trouble without being detected, and that's sort of what it's about. It was created in 1919 by American writer Johnston McCulley. So good stories continue to be retold through the ages. The film, because there's quite a few iterations of Zorro, but this is the 1998 film. And look, they escape from prison to find his lost long daughter and avenge the death of his wife at the hands of corrupt Governor Rafael Montero. He is aided by his successor, who is pursuing his own vendetta against the governor's right-hand man while falling in love with De La Vega's daughter. Cool. So, lots of action in this movie. Let's have a listen to the film's theme, which is sort of the original one that that our version is based off. Let's have a listen. So it's quite a slow start. Change here. That's a minute of listening to it. You are please welcome to click on that link and find your way to listen to the whole thing. Awesome. So, scrolling down. Awesome. So there's another version here that's written for a concert band, which is a little bit more. Just get that. Sorry, it's a bit nicer to watch some other instruments play. But this is a concert band, not a string orchestra. So it's another arrangement of the music that you've been playing, just for probably a more experienced musicians. Fantastic percussion there. All right, so check these things out. They're good fun. Cool. Now, it would be sort of remiss of me to not talk about sort of film music in general. And there's a really good video here on the light motif, which just has, is used in film to help either through music to help with a character, with a setting, a place, or a time. So music can help the listener, I suppose, become more invested in what's happening in the movie and what they're actually seeing. So please, listen to that. It's probably time that you get a pencil, and it's probably time to get your film favorites book out, because we are going to have a look at that now. So I'm going to we're going to get the film favorites MP3, which is the play along that you can do, and also the conductor's score. But you're going to have your music open as well. So I'll just open those two things. So have your music ready, and let's have a listen. Free now. What do you want? Great. All right. So let's let's get to the start and look at our music and go through it in more detail. So we have our percussion starting, and we've got some brushes on the snare drum, and this this rhythm, tee ticka tee ticka tee ticka tee ticka tee ticka tee, as you can see, goes through it a lot. If you're a bass drum player on this piece, you're not actually going to do a lot of work. So I'm suggesting that you actually find the percussion two part, and when you're playing in band, that you maybe see if you can ask your teacher if you can play some of those parts in there. Great. So bar 3, we have the first sort of the theme, the first melody coming through. Dee da dee 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 da. And in alto sax and tenor sax, if you're in a woodwind band, which of course you would be, and you don't have the trumpet or the baritone or euphonium, that's what you'd play there. Okay, so you would play that cued part at bar 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, don't rest in that spot. That theme, bum 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 bum. Everyone sort of has that throughout, and if I was to find a good spot where everyone did have it, maybe 33. At least the flutes, oboes, clarinets, and trumpeters. The first trumpeters have this, and if you were going to chuck some words, which I would, right above there, I like playing sword fighting and tennis. I reckon you should write that. So I like playing sword fighting and tennis. If you're a person that like second clarinet, alto sax, tenor sax, uh, second trumpet, French horn, and trombone, maybe just trombones there. I like to play tennis, and our lower brass and wooden, so our tubas, bass clarinet. You guys have just got minims there. I don't think I probably need to go through that. So that theme, I like playing sword fighting and tennis. That theme is repeated all through, and that's what the trumpeters, the French horns, and the lower brass have in bar 3. All right. Make sure that you're playing those accents. Okay. And then we've got a lovely, lovely decrescendo when everyone joins in really softly and plays. We've got our euphonium's going to be taking that part there with our lower brass. And yeah, you need to obviously lead that because you're the only moving melodic part there. If your trombone, you got that nice high E flat and that high D there, make sure that you push lots of air, fast air through your instrument so you can play that. Trumpets, you've got a high D, E, F. Okay, again, pushing lots and lots of air through that to make those notes speak. If you're not at a stage where you're getting those high notes, you are really welcome to play that lower line. No problems, because it is exactly the same notes, but we do want you to reach those heights, okay, and push lots of fast air through. Fantastic. Let's keep going. So bar 10, our flutes, oboes, clarinet ones, and trumpets have the I like playing sword fighting and tennis theme. Can everyone see how on that second beat in 10 that that we have got, sorry, I'll go back to that. We've got a big accent on that second beat. So dum dum, just unusual to have an accent on the second beat. Usually it's beat 1, but bring that out, please. And also that same beat 2 here. Lower brass and woodwind, push these notes out because that's the moving part to get us into the next bit. Percussion, we're still with the tick, 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 tick. Okay, it's like a horse trotting along. Fantastic. And down in this section here at 15, lower brass and woodwind, make sure that there's some space between those notes. Boom, 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 boom. And then you guys take away with the melody. Do, 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 do. We've got those tenuto, those horizontal lines. Circle them, please. Tenor sax joins it there as well at 17. And remember those tenutos that are holding the note for the full value. Okay. Flutes playing nice and softly with some crescendo and decrescendo with oboes. There's a D flat there, our easiest note in the world to play. All right, let's go. Keep going. Awesome. All right, so trumpets. You come in at bar 20, and you've got quite a few rests. So you got 17, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4. Then you need to count 1, 2, tickety, tee, tee, tee. So again, 1 and 2, tickety, tee, tee, tee. So please write 1, 2 above those rests there, please. Fantastic. We've got some clarinets and tenor sax and French horns. Accidental E flats or French horn A flats. Da dee dee da da dee dee da dee 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 dum. Please be nice and lyrical and beautiful there. After trumpets, at 24, you've sort of got a little part that matches our snare drum part. So it's ti ticka ti ti ta ah, or the same thing except you've got a roll on the snare drum there. Notice percussion that you are now playing with your sticks on the snare drum. You can put those brushes to one side. The alto sax part picks up a melody from here, so you can sort of write maybe a solo over that note there, that at the end of 24, because you're the only one at the end of 24 and through 25 that's sort of playing something quite melodic there. So you've got a feature there. So if you need to boost your volume there, please do so that it's heard over the ensemble. Great. I think we're all good there. Lower brass and woodwind, making sure again we've got some gaps between them. Boom, 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 boom. Great. Alto saxes, I'd encourage you to also listen to that that MP3 file that we just played, because that's it's going to be better than what I sing it. But yeah, listen to it a few times and try and match the sound and the phrasing there. All right. We're getting close to the end of this piece as we get into 33, and we've got some leading parts here at 31 from our clarinet, trumpets, and French horns. Percussion start to build up again. And then we've got quite a few people crescendoing into 33, so giving us some direction there. Again, at 33, with that theme that I was going on and on about at the start of this video, so please bring that out. Hopefully you've written, I like playing sword fighting and tennis, because we all have sort of that in this area here. And the more that you can get that together, the more effective it is going to be. All right. At 39, lots of people have those first 4 quavers or eighth notes with tenuto markings. Remember, long, full value. Do, 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 do. And then that gets taken over by our lower woodwind and brass here. And you guys have to sort of count. I'm just going back. You have to count 1 and 2 and 3. T, T, T. So can you please get your pencil and scribe on that 39 bar. 1 and 2 and 3. T, T, T. To make sure that that's in, because you lead sort of the melody at that section. 41. Please, if you've got that dotted crotchet or dotted quarter note with the quaver, da, dee, da. There's a staccato mark above that quaver, so please circle that. If you need to write 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3, please do so. This is a handy bit down here at 41 with our lower brass and woodwind. You sort of got the offbeat, powerful accents. So 1, 4, 4. You're on 2 and 4 here. So please bring that out as a little bit of variation to this ending. And then we get to the last 4 bars, and we have tenor saxophones, lower brass and woodwind, staccato quavers. Da, dee, dee, da, 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 da. Again, a 2/4 bar if you need to circle that. Please don't be counting 4 beats rest everyone else. You need to be playing 2 beats in that bar. And then we finish off with clarinets and trumpets with T ticka T T T ticka T T T ticka T T T. I'll do that again. Tee ticka tee 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 ticka tee 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 ticka tee tee tee, and we should be able to hear those accents more loud than the other notes. Tee ticka tee 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 ticka tee 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 ticka tee tee da. And that with the score here, the other instruments that play will hopefully help that sound more accented as well. All right. So that is the music. Hopefully you can look at that. If you're a percussionist at the end, and I think it probably would be good to play the bass drum part when we get to 41, just because that'll help the lower brass and woodwind with that. And then we've got that lower brass, the bass drum bit, the dampening bit. So dampen that skin, boom, dampen it. Make sure it doesn't ring. Yeah, great. I'll just head back to that work. And no, that's it. That's all I wanted to go through with this Zorro's theme. Practice it lots. Go through that MP3, the film favourites one there, and play along, and hopefully it'll be sounding great when we get to band. All right, that is all. See you later. Bye.